Pulling through the past. So if Gene Dunn would have joined us, he would have told us about this truck right here. This was actually owned and driven by John Mann originally. This is the Lady Butterfly. I believe it started its life as a super stock semi, or your big rig, your hot rod semi. Gene has it now, and I believe it's a pro stock semi that he pulls in the OSTPA. This was taken at Macon, Missouri. I actually took this when I was about 12 years old, which is why the picture quality is terrible. But if you've never seen this truck run, go watch it. It's really, really neat. The semi guys, they're big into like their graphic and the whole presentation. The butterfly up front, it used to flash. Jason, had you seen this run back in its heyday?
Yeah, at Toma. Yep.
This thing where they would flip the lights on and the butterfly would start flapping and come to life and everything.
It's the truth. I love the semi-truck class. It's cool, so cool. A lot of different things going on.
Well, they're not afraid to steer into the hey, we're showmen. They'll turn the lights on. Who was it? Was it J.R. Collins that used to blow the fire? He purposefully would turn the fire on and blow it. So, awesome stuff. Of course, we had Red Thunder in the year that it debuted. Steven Stan told us about that. This is going to be either the Missouri State Fair or Bethany, Missouri in 1985. Then we have the Red Horse. This is yours truly.
Nice.
At about one of the first tractor pulls I ever attended.
Sweet mullet, bro.
Hey, man, we can bring it back if we need to. Just don't make me wear the short overalls combo. But this is me. This is what started it. Going to pulls with my dad and looking at this stuff. Didn't know that these people weren't, Michael Jordan or Mick Jagger. Like when I went and watched the pulls, I thought they were the same level. So from the same area, this of course is a Show Me Showdown. Going to be very similar to the same year. This is courtesy of Jim Harmon. Kevin Embry pulling a good-looking little light super stock on alcohol. I don't know that there's a 460 or a 560 left that doesn't have spark plugs in it, because I think every last one of them was turned into a light super, and I don't think they ever blew smoke ever again.
Yep.
Also courtesy of Jim Harmon, this is Kimber Wilson. And the only thing I have about this is just Farmall. Now, Hope asked me for some old school pictures that would not fly with today's safety rules. Jason, take a look at this one. We have, I don't know who Kimber is. And Kimber, if you're watching, I mean this with the kindest sincerity, but we have a lot of driver on this tractor.
A lot. Yep.
There is much driver and zero fire suit and an open faced helmet. And that's, but he probably hung a few extra weights on the front is all I'm going to say.
Yep.
And then courtesy of Keith Hammonds.
So does Keith have a weekly picture he sends you?
Keith sent me a whole caboodle. He sent me his entire photo collection. But Keith really good at sending photos. Keith really bad at giving names and information. So
Keith doesn't talk a lot.
I responded to Keith and I said, hey, the one with Jolly Green Giant, who is that? And so this is all I have. And he just replies, Lashmet. So Mr. Lashmet or Mrs., if you're out there watching, let us know. So
that's from Illinois then, if it's Lashmet's.
That's all it says is Lashmet.
Yeah.
So Lashmet drove this one. Now, here was a pretty famous one, and my sons actually have a toy of this one. This was the Big Iron, driven by Lee Farrell. This thing is all over the internet.
Yeah.
And they make toys of this. They make T-shirts of this. And I watch a lot of old vintage pulling. I have never seen a single video of this truck pull. I don't know anything about it, but I guess it is famous. So
yeah,
Big
we
Iron.
Got to talk to our buddy Dan Mayer about that.
Yeah, it's this one. This one is the Silver Bullet or the Banner Brothers of vintage four-wheel drives. And I don't know boo about it, but it is everywhere. So, I mean, literally, we were at Tractor Supply the other day and we bought a replica, 427 on the side. The boys have it downstairs. So, I don't know. Guess the guy was a rock star. I have no idea who he is. Pulling through the past, A lot of iconic pulling names tonight, Jason.
I love it.
Yep.
Love it. Upcoming live stream for Full Pull, Columbus, Texas, May 2nd and 3rd. That'll be Texas Truck and Tractor Pulling Association. And then we have Glencoe, Kentucky, Sullivan's Pull next week. And then the Pullers Championship is its own live stream because obviously it's all the money from that goes back to the Pullers from there. And then Full Pull Livestock kicks off in Benson and then Ravenna for the Outlaws. So it's going to be exciting. So good stuff.